What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So today AMC was down for 7.17% for the day. It had a high of $18.66. The average volume on AMC is around 56.83 million, but today's volume was around 23.83 million. So the volume is going down significantly. Retail is not interested right now in buying AMC, not just because of the blow that we got in Netflix, which was almost for 35.12% at the end of the day, which is a significant amount of loss that's been experienced in Netflix right now, which will definitely give a big impact on the QQQ, the overall broader market. That's why AMC and GME both went down. Market makers are desperately waiting for some kind of a bad news in the overall market so that they can short AMC as well as GME. These two stocks are extremely manipulated. You have to be very careful if you are doing weekly options on it. Now, when we come over to the GME, it was down for 2.37% for the day. It had a high of $152.33. Like I said, GME is holding far more better as compared to any other stock out there. The average volume on GME is around 4.77 million, but today's volume was around 1.16 million. So volume is definitely going down significantly on GME as well, but it's still holding pretty well as compared to AMC and many other stock in the overall broader market. Now let's come over to the SPY. The SPY was down 4.7% for the day. It had a high of $447.57. Now by looking at the SPY, it's trying to break out. Now, like I've been mentioning, that we will be expecting to go to all-time highs until unless these big tech earnings are going to be good. Now, Netflix was one of the biggest downtrend that has been experienced in the overall tech earnings for this quarter. And today we were having the earnings of Tesla. So as we can see, that earnings was a massive beat on Tesla. This is one of the tech stocks as well, which create a lot of huge impact onto the overall broader market. Now, as we can see very clearly, it has gone up almost $46.08. It's 4.69% for the day. Now, the market maker doesn't like Tesla, that's for sure. They want to short this stock desperately because it had a pretty bullish run on this stock. I mean, the kind of quarter they had recently, it was mind-blowing. These are record numbers that are coming out of Tesla. Still, the stock just went up 4% for the day. Let's see how it's going to end up by the end of the day tomorrow. These tech stocks are going to play a huge impact in the overall broader market to go to all-time high. Now, if we have these kind of negative earnings coming from the following weeks, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, if there is some sort of a weakness in all those stocks as well, definitely the overall market is going to tank and it's not going to respond in a positive way. But I personally believe now we are going to definitely go to the all-time high. Tesla is doing well. It's just those companies, those who are the COVID plays, are getting affected a lot. The rest are doing very well in the overall broader market. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now I have increased the premium to max and I can see it very clearly. The whales are on to the downside. They are all betting that the AMC is going to go down from here onwards. When I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the retail is doing, retail is definitely buying a call option onto the AMC. The reason behind it is this, that if the SPY goes to all-time high, then we can see definitely some sort of a upward momentum coming into AMC as well as GME, but majority of them are on to the downside. But there are still a lot of call buyers that are coming into AMC. Now when we look at the put to call ratio chart, put side is definitely heavier than the call side. The premiums are definitely higher on the put side. The volume is definitely higher on the call side. That's interesting. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the AMC. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GME. I have increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. The whales are on to the upside. They are all betting that the GME is going to go up from here onwards. Bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the retail is doing. There is a mix sort of a sentiments coming out of the retail, but majority of them are on to the downside. When I look at the put to call ratio, definitely the put side is heavier than the call side. The premium is actually heavier on the call side as compared to the put side. The volume is heavier on the call side as compared to the put side. That's pretty good for the overall stock. But the rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the GME. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now I have increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. I can tell you there were a few whales who were betting a huge amount of money that the overall broader market is going to go to all-time highs from here onwards. There were these two bet that came in. One was $455 call option that's going to expire in 85 days, and these are 13,530 contracts, and he's paying $15.2 million for it and betting that the SPY is going to go up from here onwards. There was this $490 call option that's going to expire in 120 days, and he's paying 4.25 million for it, and he's buying 16,113 contracts. This was $480 call option that's going to expire in 85 days, and he's buying 7,699 contract, and he's paying $1.76 million for it. That's a huge amount of money that these individuals are betting, and they are betting towards the upside for the SPY, but majority of the whales are onto the downside. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, majority of them are onto the downside. But now I can see in the options flow there is a lot of call buying that is also happening in the SPY right now. Some of the investors are bullish towards the overall broader market, but majority of them are still onto the downside for the overall broader market. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the SPY. Now we have more big companies earnings in the following weeks, which is going to decide where the SPY is going to go on from here onwards. I personally believe this quarter is going to be good. It's from the next quarter which is going to give a big impact into the overall market. A lot of companies have taken out their business from Russia, which is definitely going to create some sort of a negativity onto the earnings, which is not going to be indicated in this quarter. Is going to be coming into the next quarter. So I personally believe this quarter is going to be good. Netflix was already getting beaten down because it was a COVID play, but I personally believe this quarter is going to be excellent for Google, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and it's from the following one we could see some sort of a downtrend coming in overall broader market. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.